do that, and then talk about how the summer's been and going in now in the fall camp.
Yeah, I'll go from right to left. At the end, Jerrell Crawford, rising senior quarterback. Hunter Cruz, another rising senior wide receiver. To my left, Jacob McLaurin, rising senior. He's going to do a little bit of DB, outside backer, and receiver for us. And on the end, Camereon Cartlidge, another rising senior, going to be our starting inside linebacker.
Talk about how the summer's been and then going out in the fall camp.
Yeah, I mean, summer's been long for one. Started late May, so it feels like we've been doing it forever. But been really good. Our numbers have been pretty solid for the most part. Feel pretty good about what we're going into starting in August next week. Really excited to see what we can do this fall.
Coach, I know last year was your first year in the program. Obviously a big turnaround, made some noise. I mean, what has the response been from the program coming off of what you guys did last year?
Yeah, kind of going from the hunter to the hunted type thing for us right now. The expectations have certainly gone up around here in our building, in our community, and that's kind of where we want it to be. We expect a lot of ourselves. We expect a lot of our kids, and so far this summer they've answered the bell. So just trying to see if we take that next step.
Coach, you were neck and neck with Regional West Oaks last year, 3-horse race for the league championship, but then obviously the playoffs didn't go the way that you wanted it to. Has that been something that kind of sticks in your craw a little bit to fuel you to be better this season?
Yeah, I mean, of course, when you lose a second-round playoff game to a team you beat in the regular season, it's going to stay with you, and I'm sure it stayed with our players as well since that night. We had more emotion on that bus after the game from our seniors, but also from the guys we got coming back, that you could tell it didn't sit right with them how that game ended. We felt like we should have been playing much longer than we played last fall. So, like I said, we've come together as a team really well this spring and this summer, and we don't plan to let that stuff happen again.
Coach, there's no running back, receiver, quarterback that wants to see Cam Cartlidge coming, or if they're heading towards him. What's that mean to you? What does he mean to your program, and just talk about what you've seen from him?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a blessing when the defensive player of the year in the conference gets to come back and play another year. That's something that we don't take lightly here, that we know that we have a 225-pound inside linebacker that no one's going to want to run after. And having that guy on your defense that knows everything we're doing defensively, can get people set up in the right spots, yeah, definitely blessed to have him back on our side.
Player Jerrell, what made Walkertown the right school for you?
I'm going to say the culture. Right when we first walked into the buildings, we could tell that we wanted to be here.
I'd say the culture too. Like the coaches, they make you want to come and play for them. Like practice, they don't make it just working, just practicing. They make it fun. Like you want to come to practice.
Let's talk about your non-conference and how that will prepare this team going into the fall.
Yeah, so our non-conference slate, we start with Atkins, Parkland, West Oran, and then East Surrey, I believe. So we definitely gave us some really good games in the non-conference slate to get us prepared for the conference play. We play Reedsville first game in conference play this year, week 5. So we knew we had to get some stuff early on in conference play to see where we were, see what stuff we had to get ready for. So I feel like we definitely have a schedule that will have us prepared.
How much do you think your non-conference, because the last 2 years before this has been a gauntlet, how much do you think that has built your program and helped you in the tough conference matchups you've had to have success?
Yeah, there's no doubt. Like last year coming in, when you looked at our non-conference schedule, you were looking at a couple of top 5-10 teams in 2A with Forest Hills and Salisbury. So we knew, like I said, that we were either going to find out that we were better than they thought we were or find out where we got to work on. And I like that in the non-conference. I feel like if you play 4 games, you know you're going to win. It's not going to help you later on in the season. You want to have some games where we're going to be put in tough spots and see how we respond as a team and how we respond as individuals.
I know last year Kelly and Curry did a lot for you guys. I mean, in terms of filling those voids, what should we expect this year in terms of, filling those spots?
Yeah, I think we will be a lot more balanced offensively than we were last year. Like you said, between Cam and Mitron, we were a 2-headed monster for most of the season offensively. We had a lot of other guys that could have done a lot more stuff and didn't have as many opportunities, and that's partially my fault as well. So we plan offensively to be a lot more balanced. We've got 4 senior starting receivers, 2 senior H-backs, a senior running back, a junior running back, and a senior quarterback, and a couple of seniors up front as well. So we plan to be a lot more balanced, run and pass, try to spread the ball around a little bit more.
Defensively, who can we look at as leaders outside of Cam and Jacob?
Yeah, I mean, definitely those two are probably our top 2 guys when it comes to being vocal, but Josh Cawthon's another name that is going to come up a lot this year. He's playing the other inside backer for us. Very, very intelligent football player, knows where to be, knows what he's supposed to be doing. Another name I'm going to put out, Vertice Hamilton. He's going to be, in my opinion, he'll be one of the best corners in our conference, and he's showed up every day this summer and isn't going to back down from any receiver that we play all year, and you want that type of a dog guy outside at corner that you can put him on the island and feel comfortable with him.
How much is defensive mentality important to continuing winning success that you guys have had?
Everyone that knows football knows that it starts on that side of the ball. If you can stop the run, stop the pass on defense, it makes offensive life a lot easier when you don't feel like you have to score every possession. And we've got a great defensive group. I think we're going to have 7 or 8 seniors starting on defense, so look forward to seeing what they can do.
Jacob and Hunter, what's it been like working with Jerrell this summer?
It's been fun.
And what do you see in him as your starting quarterback?
Really,
Leader.
yeah, he's a big leader on that field, and I feel like everybody on the offensive side respects him.
Coach Honeycutt, what's your relationship with your quarterback? That's very important that you guys are on the same page, but you see kind of that extension, coach on the field. How would you describe that relationship?
Yeah, I mean, I've been coaching him, I guess, now for a little over 2 months, and building the relationship from the start to where we met each other until now. He's picked up our offense easily. I can essentially tell him and our quarterback coach, Coach Davis, hey, go do this stuff, and it gets knocked out, and they know exactly what we want it to look like. He's done a great job. I mean, like they said, he's a natural leader. The kids love and respect him, and when you have a quarterback like that controls the huddle, controls the line of scrimmage, kids want to play with him.
I know Mr. Sands over here mentioned earlier the tough fight with Reedsville last year. Reedsville revealed to us today that they do not plan on having Deontay Neal start at quarterback. I mean, what is your reaction to that?
I mean, Deontay's a great athlete, so anywhere he's on the field is going to be a challenge for any defense playing against him. I actually preferred him being a quarterback because you could kind of know where he was going to be all the time. When he's at slot and running back and everywhere else, you don't know where he's going to line up. But, of course, yeah, he's a great football player, great athlete in general. Not shocked that they're going to try to get him back in the slot because I feel like that's where he's going to play at the next level. So expect him to do great things.
Jerrell, what are some of your goals for you personally and for your team?
Some of my goals, I mean, as you know, last year I didn't really get the shot that I wanted. So this year I'm here to prove a point that I should have proved last year. So I'm just ready for any opportunity I can get this year.
And what has the transition been like for you, teammate-wise, and playing with these guys?
Transition was real smooth because most of these guys I either knew them or played with them before. So it was fun when I came over here. I knew what to expect with the people.
Coach, coaching staffs are everything in high school football. What has yours meant to you in your continuing to build up?
Yeah, I mean, having guys that you can trust to send with their individual group and not have to worry about them, it's great. We've got
the expectation for not just the football program, but all the sports programs here at Walkertown, that they're going to compete at the top of the conference. And how do you manage those expectations with your staff and your players?
Yeah, I mean, I think and my staff here is going to say that, try to stay off Instagram as much as we can because there's a lot on there that if you read it, you believe it. And I'm trying to just stay focused day by day. And I know the potential that we have in the locker room, and potential is great, but we have to make it happen on the field on Friday nights. And just trying to stay who we are. Like, that's what got us to where we were last year, and we're just trying to build off that. So stay humble, but also expect for us to take the next step.
Coach, I know you've got several of your prominent players here, but just in terms of the recruiting trail, how would you describe kind of what that recruiting attention has been like at Walkertown and, some of the programs that have given your guys looks?
Yeah, we've definitely this spring we had a lot more Division I, Division II programs in here than I think they have the past couple years. And And a lot of that, just to be honest, is because of the guy down here on the end, and that's great. But I always say when you can get coaches in the building to talk to anybody, you can get other guys in front of them, and they see a guy that they may have not known about or whatever it may be, and they see him in person and realize he's maybe bigger or stronger than they thought he was on film. And I think that's kind of an ongoing process of once you can get one guy to play Division I football, I think it turns into 1 to 2 to 3, and then eventually they just start showing up and they want to know what you got. And that was one thing this offseason that really surprised me is the coach that came in here and said, we've been hearing a lot of buzz about what y'all got going on. We want to get some guys in front of us. So when that's happening, you know you're going in the right direction.
Coach, what's that recruiting process been like for you? Having a lot of attention, a lot of eyes on you. Is it pressure? How do you deal with it?
At first, it was a lot because I never got this much attention. But I'm starting to get used to it and starting to get very comfortable with it, and I feel like it's going smooth.
Coach, I think one of the things that you guys do the best is the X's and O's. We like to talk about all the flashy stuff, but how important at the high school level is to nail down those intricacies and have everybody do their job the right way?
Yeah, I mean, offensively and defensively, if 11 guys are doing the right thing, going the right direction, you have a chance to be successful. And we don't do anything, like you said, nothing that's crazy flashy. Like if you came to one of our practices, you'd see a lot of things that other programs do the same stuff offensively and defensively. But we try to perfect the small things in it. Rather it be when we see a certain defense, we're going to run this route compared to this route, or up front if we see a tendency that we might like. But just having those little things, adjustments in the game, I feel like one of the underwhelming things in high school football right now is being able to make adjustments on the fly, especially at smaller levels, because you got a lot of guys playing both sides of the football. They don't get to come off the sideline, and you make adjustments. So it's trying to figure it out. And I think the coaches we have, the players we have, they'll be able to pick up on those adjustments fast. But yeah, trying to perfect the stuff we're trying to do, and not getting ahead of yourself until you know that your base stuff is where it needs to be.
I know, Coach, just to be honest, before you took over here, I mean, there were talks about players, marquee players leaving the program. For example, Bryce Baker leaving for East Forsyth. You have guys here that have stayed. You mentioned Cameron getting attention still with your program. I mean, what do you believe have been the biggest things in keeping guys at Walkertown?
Yeah, I think it's important to have this place be the place kids want to be. When I got the job, I was told numerous times from everyone in this county, you just got to keep the kids in the building and you'll be fine. And I tried to get the idea of that we are a feeder school to anyone else out of the program altogether, because I wanted it to be, this is where you want to be. And this is on Friday nights when the stadium's full and we're playing, it's just like playing anywhere else. And I've tried to live by that and try to tell these guys that every day, that this is the place you want to be. And luckily from last year to this year, we didn't lose any guys in the county to other schools. So I feel like we're doing something the right way. And like I said, just trying to make this place where they come to practice. I think Jerrell hit on it earlier. Like, it's not 2.5 hours of coaches just screaming, yelling, and, you know, we try to have a little fun. Like, it's hot outside. We try to have fun while we're out there, because if not, it can be overwhelming for us even as coaches. So trying to make it a place where you come and you feel part of a family.
Coach, what position group on offense or on defense do you think is going to be the leading one for this season?
I mean, it'd be hard for me to say that we don't have, inside backer-wise, two of the best inside backers in this conference. I'd be shocked if we play anyone that has what we have in there. With Camereon being 6'1", 225 pounds? And then our other middle linebacker is 6 foot, 225 pounds. So we got a bunch of size inside that we feel like that's going to make it hard on teams to run the football. And then offensively, I take a little bit of pride in this, but our wide receivers should be extremely, extremely talented and should have a lot of fun as long as they do the little things the right way, take care of that stuff. But, yeah, I look forward to seeing those two position groups, and I think they can definitely both lead us.
And lastly, Coach, what is a successful season here at Walkertown, not record-wise, but just what do you want to see the guys succeed in?
Yeah, I mean, just starting off the school year the right way for one. When we get here in school, like I said, we got a lot of new faces that are going to be at Walkertown for the first time, getting them integrated into the school, making sure they know where they're going, making sure everybody takes care of their classwork. But at the same time, the expectation here is to win football games, and that's what we want to do. That's what we're going to work for. I have this kind of saying that I hope we are cooking breakfast in there on Thanksgiving morning in late November. And that's one of our goals for sure, is to be doing that. So I'm not going to try to shy away from it. Our expectation is to win football games, and we're going to win as many as we can.
Coach Honeycutt, Walkertown, appreciate it.
Thank you.